Hey patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, why 2024 was a nightmare for PM Andrew Holness. Now, picture this, 2024, the year that made Andrew Holness wish he could fast forward to 2025. Political drama, plummeting polls, and trust issues bigger than the Grand Canyon. But how did it all go so wrong for Prime Minister Andrew Holness? Let's find out. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaica's political and social scene. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. From grace to grappling. Let's rewind a bit. Once upon a time, Prime Minister Andrew Holness was riding high on popularity, like Jamaica's very own political Usain Bolt. But in 2024, the wheels came off faster than you can say Integrity Commission. Political commentator Lloyd B. Smith didn't hold back, describing 2024 as a bad year politically for Holness. Why? Trust issues. The kind that makes voters go, "You sure me can vote for you again?" And let's talk numbers. Holness's popularity nosedived like a plane out of fuel in recent polls. But here's the kicker. The general election is creeping up and time's not exactly on his side. But wait, what about government resources? Smith hints at something we all dread, using public funds like monopoly money to buy voter love. Run with it, anyone? The rise of golding and fall of trust. And while Holness was busy dodging scandals, opposition leader Mark Golding was sipping his victory tea. Both commentators Lloyd B. Smith and Damian Gordon declared Golding the political MVP of 2024. Imagine that. A man critics once doubted is now the front-runner to become Jamaica's next Prime Minister. How? Well, Golding and his PMP squad crushed the February local government elections and have been ranking in positive poll ratings ever since. Meanwhile, Holness faced accusations of arrogance, anti-democratic behavior, and you guessed it, a weak stance on corruption. Not exactly the kind of vibes you want heading into election season. Exactly. So let me get this right. When I expect the Prime Minister to have a strong stance on corruption when he's being investigated for said allegations and accusations of said corruption, make it make sense. That's like when I tell one slug figure dive in a one pool full of salt water. Make PM Holness stay there going back and forth with the Integrity Commission. No one say all that I do, I shine a negative light upon him. But here's the big question. Is Holness out for the count? Or does he have a Hail Mary move up his political sleeves? Stick around to find out what's next for Holness. 2024 has been a year of lessons for Holness, that is, for Golding and for us voters. While Mark Golding enjoys the spotlight, Holness is left with the Herculean task of rebuilding trust and proving he's still the man for the job. Damian Gordon summed it up perfectly. Holness's moral authority is in question. That's like a political death sentence in an election year. So can Holness rise from the ashes like a Jamaican political phoenix? Or is it Mark Golding's time to shine? Here's a summary of the highlights and key points. 1. 2024, a bad year for Holness. Integrity Commission clashes and trust issues. Popularity nosedive in polls. 2. Golding's big win. PNP's local government election victories. Consistently positive poll ratings. 3. Criticism of Holness. Weak stance on corruption. Accusations of arrogance and undermining democratic institutions. 4. Upcoming elections. Time running out for Holness to regain voter trust. Let's get into my breakdown, my reaction, and my commentary. So even though we see these two political commentators give Mark Golding the political edge for 2024, which I think that's a fair assessment, even though Mark Golding never get everything right, in my opinion, he failed in many areas. One is that I think he could be a more stronger opposition, way more stronger opposition. And 2, me need to see a huge contrasting difference between him and the JLP. We need a government where actually I go stand up for the people and speak on the behalf of the people. A government where reflects the exact sentiments and mindset how the people feel. To me, and this is my opinion, me think the PMP and the JLP is too similar and too close. And why I say there is no clear distinction between the PMP and the JLP is because the JLP is a capitalist party, and the PMP is supposed to be a socialist party. So when you have a socialist party being run by 2 billionaire oligarchs, that not look good. How you go carry out socialism when you have 2 rich capitalist businessmen as prominent members leading the party? Make that make sense. And if you don't get where me I come from, the PMP act like them a capitalist party. For years now, that Michael Manley dream and the Michael Manley PMP died with Michael Manley. This is not the Michael Manley PMP. And we are talking about Bunting and Golding. So how we are going to maintain socialism when you're a rich billionaire businessman? How you going to balance the high wire act there? I am very curious. How you going to maintain socialism or social value, or the values of socialism being a socialist party? There's no clear distinction between the two. It's not like how you look on the Democrats and the Republicans and you can see that the Republicans is totally different, polar opposite to the Democrats. And them type of distinction and separation them want to see. Mark Golding never demonstrate that to me. Remember saying we live in a global society and we watch American news and we see how Trump behave. So me give Mark Golding a failure in those critical areas. Mark Golding still not have no transformational policy. In my opinion, he blunder when he incorporate Isaac Buchanan in a party, a former 2-time convicted drug trafficker we got prison. Me never like that. Me never support that, none at all. And the PMP did that. And when they appoint Isaac, the PMP immediately went to point fingers to the JLP and blame the JLP. Say, uno do it first because uno did have 2 convicted man we got prison and uno let them back in our party. And that's why me tell you say me can't work with them type of politics there. So because the JLP did do it twice, uno feel like it's okay if you do it in these modern times. No, me can't identify and subscribe to them former politics there. That's why the country can't go forward. Immediately turning around blame game of who did it first. And you do it already, so you can't talk to me about it. I'm afraid of the type of politics there. You see PM Holness take the Integrity Commission to court. That leaves the door for future politicians or future prime ministers. If them in a same position, you can immediately tell say if it's a PMP prime minister, he will draw back reference to when PM Holness never want to resign, and instead of PM Holness resigning, he end up challenge the Integrity Commission and take them to court. Whenever you don't understand what I say, I saw Jamaican politics still. Things were happening at the past with one party, then use it in the future for a reference point for say, uno do it in the past, so if we do it now, uno can't say nothing to it. Them type of politics there is very archaic and backwards. And the people keep on make the politician them get to it with them idiot type of political games and idiot type of politics there. So as me say, Mark Golding did a lot of things wrong. He just never blunder as much as PM Holness. Cause that Integrity Commission entanglement was a major red flag. It basically diminished all of Holness popularity wave when did a surf pan, yes, to come into the 2025 general election. Had PM Holness never have the Integrity Commission entanglement, I think, and this is my opinion again, he would have win the 2025 election flying, because in record that's still clean and Mark Golding wouldn't stand a chance. Trust me, a clear third term, easy third term. Nothing, I mean absolutely nothing could have stopped PM Holness from winning a third term if he never had that entanglement with the Integrity Commission. Yeah man, that blew him off track and blew him off course totally. Diminish and destroy all in popularity. All of that was done by PM Holness himself. It's a self-inflicted wound. Nobody never do it to him but himself, and him do that. And then say hindsight is 2020. So when PM Holness look back, he must see all our major blunders and see where the people never like your arrogant behavior, your anti-democratic missteps during your premiership. But it is what it is. And at 2025 now, year just start, and we did already declare Mark Golding winner for the 2025 general election from last year. Even though elections are unpredictable, me not see Holness a win the 2025 general elections. Sorry JLP supporters. Yeah, not even Uno can save him. Cause no for Uno now go vote for him because of the said allegations and accusations of corruption. And when Jamaican people fed up, Jamaican people just get fed up. Cause we are say, yeah, do too much now. Don't let the politician them fool you, know. They know that the power lies within the hands of the people. It's just that the people themselves don't realize that them have the ultimate power when it comes to being the real power brokers in society. You have the power to elect and select who you want to represent you at all times. Because remember, you know, them can present a political candidate in front of us, but if all of we say, we don't want him, in background not clean, in record not clean, give away such man or such lady. That type of power where the people have, real power. But that is a conversation for next time. So commentators say 2024 was a bad year for Prime Minister Andrew Holness. So make we add additional context for better clarity and a deeper understanding. Political commentator Lloyd B. Smith believes 2024 was a bad year politically for Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness because of his contention with the Integrity Commission. As a result, Mr. Smith believes Prime Minister Holness has lost trust with Jamaicans and noted that his popularity has taken a nosedive in recent opinion polls. But he expressed uncertainty about whether Dr. Holness will have enough time to regain the trust of the electorate ahead of this year's general election. At the same time, Mr. Smith is expressing concern about the possibility of government resources being misused to woo voters. Taking into consideration the declining economy, one has to watch very carefully whether or not, in an act of desperation, the Prime Minister decides to run with it, as we often say. In other words, in order to entice the electorate, the country's resources are used up, not necessarily in the best way and in the most disciplined and judicious way. And so we will have to be like a hawk watching that to make sure, in terms of public opinion and civil discourse, that the Prime Minister does not run with it. he asserted. In the meantime, political commentator Damian Gordon believes the Prime Minister's messages are not resonating with Jamaicans due to a lack of trust and accountability in his administration. Keynote and pay attention to that. There are several things that happened in 2024 that called into question his moral authority or his moral legitimacy as a leader. So these would include the fact that, persons would have said that he didn't show that strong courage and strong will against political corruption. He was not decisive enough in many areas. He did not rein in many of the people he should have reined in. There was this concern about a kind of arrogant tone, an anti-democratic persona. There were questions about him attacking democratic institutions. He pointed out, two political commentators have named opposition leader Mark Golding as the undeniable winner in politics for 2024, while they have asserted that the incumbent Prime Minister Andrew Holness is the political loser of the year. They argued that Mr. Golding surpassed the expectations of many critics who initially thought he was not fit to lead the People's National Party and by extension the country. Mr. Gordon and Mr. Smith, who were speaking on the morning agenda on Power 106 FM, pointed to the PNP's strong showing in last February's local government elections under the leadership of Mark Golding and noted that he has been consistently receiving positive ratings in opinion polls. Mr. Smith believes Mr. Golding could become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica if he continues to perform well politically. That's what the political commentators have to say. So what do you think? Can Andrew Holness turn things around, or is it game over? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more political drama breakdowns. Until next time, stay informed, stay entertained and stay awake. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.